Indeed, and greetings upon you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on this windy day, if you will. I appreciate you sharing the space with me, for being here again with me, for feeling into this moment with me. It means more than I can say, and I appreciate you. As we get into it, as we do, let's say something worth saying, if we will. Freaking, oh man, it's gonna be one of those days. I should have just brought a hairband. You wanted long hair, didn't you? Yeah, it's your fault, dude. Okay. When you rest in judgment or anger, hurt or fear, that is when you choose to deny love. The world, the world will seek to nail you down to the earth by insisting that you think with it. Oh, so, like, this is definitely me trying to pull information from my immediate experience, but this tickling of my face can be seen as the world wanting me to think like it does. Doesn't allow me to have any thoughts beyond it because it's so present inside of my face, literally. Matthias! I'm going on, my friend. I'm going on. How are you doing, man? It's nice to have you here. I think I saw your comment on one of the YouTube videos. Oh, man. There's dust coming with the wind as well, it seems. Woo! But I haven't gotten a chance to reply to it just yet, my friend. I will. And thank you, my friend. Greetings to you as well. And blessings unto you as well. Man. Today's definitely going to be one of those days, it seems. You know, if it's chaos mode right from the start, then you know. We had a little bit of rain last night. And the mountain behind me, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. You see all that smoke? That mountain has been on fire for the last 4 days. And now the wind is coming along with it as well. It feels very ominous. Very powerful out here in Acer. Yeah. I'm trying to embrace it as much as I can. Indeed. Thank you, Edmund. Thank you for reminding me, my friend. We have everything we already need. Less is more. We are conditioned to want more, but should seek less. Wanting, the difference between wanting and seeking is the question that I want to actually ask now, Yader. Thank you for saying that, my friend. Is there a difference between wanting something and seeking something? I think yes. Right off the bat, inside of my feeling, there is a difference. Where seeking is, I think, a pursuit. Right? You're going to go out there and try and find what it is you're looking for. Where wanting something is almost this knowing what it is that you want, right? Whereas seeking of it can be seen as not knowing yet. Going out and trying to find whatever it is you're supposed to find. Where wanting it, you already know what you're supposed to find. Am I making any sense? Does this make any sense? I think so. I think at least what I'm trying to explain has some merit. Conditioned to want. But we should teach ourselves how to seek less. Or maybe seek more and want less. What do you think, Yader? Yes, you thank you, Matthias. Hello, my friend. Raise the chaos. I'm trying to. New handle. Who dis? Joe Bud makes things. Well, it's the same little, picture. So it was actually very hard for me to notice a difference. What's up with the new account, Jovan? Joe Bud makes things. Oh, maybe it's an actual, content creator profile. Is it? If it is, my friends, on YouTube or here on Reddit, u/JoeBot, G-O-Bot, makes things, is where you can reach one of our absolutely amazing creator friends. Very soon, one of her creations is going to go up on the profile pic of this profile as well, in honor of Kiki. Hello there, brother. Hope it's gotten off a good start. Thank you. Right. Thank you for wishing us luck as well, Edmund. I hope it's the same for you, my friend. Diamond Fingers. Love to you, my friend. Thank you for joining us. I'm doing good, friend. How are you today? Doing good so far. What everyone should be seeking is inner peace. That's true, special strawberry. But we don't live in a world that wants people to be at peace, unfortunately, dude. People at peace are very unlikely to spend money. And if you look at the way our society is built, and the things we teach our kids, and the way we behave, unfortunately, inner peace isn't a priority for a lot of humanity. I think inner peace is something that's seen as almost a meme in a lot of humanity. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna have inner peace or something, you know. I'm like, yeah. Or something. Oh goodness. What do you feel about that, friends? What is it about that? You know, the fact that we don't even know what it is that we're supposed to be seeking. Again, seeking inner peace is such a short few words that has so much weight behind them, you know, what it actually means to try and find that peace. And you realize that peace is, you know, ever present. That's the thing as well. It's not necessarily something you find, it's maybe something you rediscover. Like melt, that's just finding with extra steps. Finding, I feel you're the one that's discovering it. You're the one that's making it a reality, where rediscovery, it is always there. You just maybe forgot about it. Got lost to it. Oh damn, I can see Jovan. Let me refresh. You hello friends. You are making very valid points. Want and seeking are different. I think you are right. Want less instead of seeking less. I think so as well. Because I think, like, the wind is kicking my ass and I'm scared of losing bud. This is my favorite buds. Like of course, there was this one plant that kind of grew smallish and had these very, I don't know exactly how to describe them, plump-ish, small buds. And the smoke these buds have been giving me has just been absolutely blissful. But I literally have, of all of the weed I got, this is the one strain I have like literally only 70% a jar, had 70% of a jar of. Now I have like 30% left. And every single time I get that jar, I tell myself, yes, it's a special occasion. I'm gonna smoke this very nice bud again. Makes me happy for a little bit. Hey, you're the dude that looks like Nick Jonas. Am I? I'm that one dude that looks like Nick Jonas. All other human beings that look remotely like Nick Jonas just cease to exist, just popped off of the face of the earth. I am the singularity that looks like Nick Jonas. Me and Nick Jonas are the only ones left. No, dude. I don't think I look like Nick Jonas. We've gotten a bunch of the other ones, but if you see Nick Jonas, thank you, friend. I'll take it as a compliment nonetheless. Nick Jonas is a beautiful human being. At least from outside. I'm not too invested in his personal life. What's with the tweezers? I have a little bit of a thing with my hands being clean. Like I'm a little bit, is anal the word? I don't like the word, but yeah, I think so. And these buds are very sticky, so if I don't use tweezers, then I still do have sticky fingers, but less than I would have. I am doing well, my friend. Happy to be here, spending time with you all. I'm so happy to have you here, spending time with us as well, Yetter. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing, dude? It's nice to have you, man. Like, I just want to say thank you to every single one of you friends who have been here for me for this hard time. And not only for me, but you know, for all of the people we are there for. It means more than I can say. Cheap, peaceful people. Cheap, peaceful people. Cheap, peaceful people. Would peaceful people be extravagant or peaceful, actually? Did you say extravagant or peaceful? Extravagant or cheap? I think it depends. I think a peaceful people would be probably a little bit less extravagant, and then probably more extravagant by occasion. Like we would have really cool parties, but we wouldn't live in excess constantly. Maybe that is the way to cull the the appetite of humanity, our want to want more. We give ourselves as much as we can possibly have, but for a short period of time, and then we go back to living at our means. Maybe that could be a way, right? So going to a festival and there's just excess food, excess things to drink, excess weed to smoke, all of it. And then you enjoy that experience, you revel in it, and then you can go back to experiencing life as it is. Because it's not sustainable. It's definitely not sustainable. And that being said, there is a way for us to mitigate some of that insustainability as well. And this is something that I want to say realized. Guess it's not a realization. It may have been. For me it was. Like I was doing my meditation before the stream today. And I've been listening to binaural beats for a long time. But then I happened upon a Terence McKenna chat where he was talking about white noise / water falling noise, and how it can have like these psychedelics / rhythmic influences in your thought patterns. So I've been activating or been overlaying white noise with my binaural beats. And I was just like sitting up meditating, and the white noise basically sounds like water falling. It has these different frequencies within it as well, where some of the frequencies kind of sounds like water rushing through the air, as it's on its way down towards the surface of the rest of the water. And then it has sounds that sound like actual crashing water, water on water. And as I was sitting there completely trying to become a part of this experience, I found myself sitting, under a river and having this great expanse of nature, like in front of me, yet inside of me. And I was thinking to myself, damn, it's impossible for every single human being on this planet Earth to have their own river and have their own vast space to sit in and meditate in. But it's not. Right? It's impossible on this plane of existence, but it's not impossible in this plane of existence. And I was like, shit, how do you give that to someone? That whole, your happy space, right? Your safe space inside of your mind. Man, those sneezes wrecked me. My hair is a mess. I love you, friends. Thank you for sharing the space with me. Regardless of how chaotic it's feeling already. I appreciate your presence, genuinely. I had to refresh to hello, Javan. I'm really sorry. At first look, you looked like 69 because of the other clothes. Damn, my eyes. Your eyes. You don't like the clothing? Good. Yes, specifically for you, Mr. New Entrepreneur. I had to burn your eyes out so you may never look at all of the bad things in the world again. Oh, I'm just joking, friend. Yeah, like I have this little pink scarf, but the pink scarf on its own is too, in my opinion, scraggly. It's not bad, but it's too scraggly. So I was like, you know what? It has to go alongside, on the inside of the other scarf. I was like, yes. Yes, double scarf. Don't have to be double king if I can be double scarfed. That joke is probably going to go over so many heads, but to you friends who have seen Double King are very much psychedelically inclined as I am as well sometimes. This man needs a wind guard. Oh, the Redditor. Sometimes the wind is very necessary as well, my friend. Makes me so painfully aware, or pleasantly aware, I guess as well. I just want a house over my head. And then I love life, Lamar. Me too, friend. Me too, Dankies. I'm trying to realize that for myself. Being able to provide a house over my own head is going to be something that's probably far down the line. For some reason, I have this aversion to owning a house or living in an apartment. I become angsty. What is the opposite of that energy? Calm, acceptance, melting. giving myself. You know, I'm gonna call it giving. Our intention today is to give. Give of ourselves, give to one another. Thank you, friends, for giving to me as well. Happy Tuesday, Mel fam, and to you as well. Thank you, Auntie. Love to you, my friend. Turn facing away from wind while rolling, dude. Yeah. Like I'm gonna have a hard time rolling. Wind is like, bruh. But we are mildly well equipped. I do know how to roll joints. I can roll joints in the back of a shaky truck. So I freaking bet I can roll a joint in the wind. Also have this. I wish I had one extra arm. 2 extra arms would be even better, but 1 extra arm would do right now, actually. I think this might just actually work fabulously. Seems that way. It's almost Madness Day, and this got posted on the Madness Reddit. It's almost Madness Day. Madness Day. I think we're living in Madness Day already, my friend. If anything, we have to be that which is sane, that which is calm, that which is loving in this mad world that we find ourselves in sometimes. Because if we don't do it, who else is gonna do it? Who else is gonna do it, dude? Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Ba-dum ba-dum. Ba-dum ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-dum. I have hair in my mouth, hair up in my eyes, and I love them still. As annoying as it may be right now, damn do I love them still. That's the lesson I'm learning constantly right now. As much as we can get annoyed by things, again, it just reminds you of how much you can love them as well. Hope you're doing well, friend. Greetings from Indiana. What strain are you smoking with? What strain are you working with? I call it my... what did I call it? Just my best bud, dude. Like, unfortunately, and I've told this story before, these buds came from seeds that were supposed to be the same strain CBD plant, and then I got like 4 different phenotypes out of those seeds, and these happen to be one of those phenotypes, and it's completely different in like bud structure, in leaves, in smell, in effect. It's like, it's 100% different plants, but unfortunately it's weed to me right now. I can give my own names, but buenos dias, amigos! Hey, Uncle Becky, thank you for joining us, my friend. I don't know if you're still here. I think we probably went front page, or is still very much front page. Yes, thank you, Mother Earth. Like the one day I have to look the least presentable I can. And that's the day we go front page again. This is what I look like every day, friends. This is what you can expect. Thank you for joining us, friends. We do this every day. We share here from a place of love. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you for joining us again. Broccoli is temporary. Whoa. Memory is infinite. Whoa. Broccoli is temporary. Human is infinite. I don't know what broccoli is, but I can guarantee you humans are not infinite. Very much not infinite. Like, I actually had this conversation on a Reddit thread. Is it Reddit thread? Comments the other day, where we were talking about the spirits of plants, if you will. And someone mentioned that how stupid it is that we have to continue eating, and we have to continue moving from place to place to find ourselves places to live on this planet. And he's like, yeah, next time I do this, I give a playthrough on this game, I'm going to opt into not having to eat food anymore. And one of the other people comments like, congratulations, you're gonna do your next playthrough as a plant. And I was like, if I had to be a plant, I would so dearly want to be a wheat plant, to be able to provide so much joy in someone's life, maybe give them some inspiration, maybe melt their minds a little bit, if you will. It would be amazing. And the dude was like, oh man, I'm not sure if it's exactly something I want to do. There's so many responsibilities, or what exactly did he say? There are, I think something like responsibilities, attached to being that plant. And I was like, well, we're responsible for every single life that we live. Why not that one? And then he was like, yeah, but it's also such a short life. And then instantly this feeling or this perspective came up in me that what we think of as a short life is just short because we're seeing it from that perspective. When an alien, for example, that lives 20,000 years would look at a human life and think, oh, how short that is. But if we see a human being that lives 100 years long, we're like, oh, that person is so old, they've lived for so long. It's completely relative, 100% relative, and it probably is perfectly conditional to the actual experiencer of the consciousness as well. So even as that plant, your entire life, your cycle of birth, your cycle of living, and your cycle of death is going to feel like a complete unit almost. It's not for us to say which is a long or a short life. It's just life, and it's beautiful that way. Just stop smoking for 2 weeks. You ever take breaks? Yeah, actually, October coming, I'm gonna take a month break. At least that's the plan. We're gonna do some sober Octobering. So friends, my intention for this joint, we write little intentions on the little paper to remind ourselves as to why it is we're smoking, is to give. To give to you friends in this moment, to give to myself in this moment, to give to the world. Everything that I can, all that I can. Woo! Madam Wind. How powerful you are. Oh, it's beautiful. Weed's gonna fly away. Nope, it stayed, fortunately. Tweezers, it's not like you're not touching the bud already. Yeah, I'm just touching it less, Dankies. I'm just touching it less, dude. It's all about, exposure time, if you will. I am revving myself up to try making things. I told myself all year I was going to start in July, but things, I know, Jovan. I was actually thinking about you today while thinking about my piece today, the piece I've been working on, and how I've not been working on it because I'm so intimidated by the actual body of the piece. Like, I've been making this artwork, and the externals of it, if you will, the background and stuff flowing from the actual piece is complete, but the inner piece, like, there's literally a big old star in the middle that I have to color now, and I've colored it so many different ways, and every single way I color it, I'm like, nope, this is not right. Nope, this is not right. Ooh. Just had an idea. Maybe that would be right, but yeah, I know, things. I know. I do know, Joe. Funny story, I was vibing and meditating outside, thinking about new beginnings, calmness, and just taking a break from life, when I get a vibration that says melt to streaming. I also then looked up from my phone and see a wall of rain coming for you. That's amazing. I mean, again, that just sounds like synchronicity to me, Lane. It just makes me so happy, my friend. Thank you for sharing that with me. Hello, Scarmelia. Thank you for joining us as well. Autocorrect, this is good morning, man. Do you know that there are 14,000 of us watching your stream? I think that's cool. There was, I think, 20,000 at one point as well, my friend. It melts my mind to try and imagine, how many human lives we get to interact with, how many people we get to share a smile with. It is both such a amazing responsibility and honor at the same time. I love you, friends. Thank you genuinely for sharing this space with me. Any tips for a relaxing weekend to de-stress from toxic people? Ooh, tips for a relaxing weekend? Get yourself a bunch of snacks, get yourself an ounce of weed, get yourself maybe something to watch, like a show you've been putting off, get yourself into a hot bath, get yourself a space to meditate in, get yourself out in nature, and get yourself to exercise a little bit. Those are a bunch of tips for relaxing this weekend, my friend. I hope you feel better, Strawberry. So, if we're smoking for giving, we're going to be drinking water for receiving as well. There has to be balance in giving and receiving. Thank you, friends, for giving to me as well. He handles that weed very gingerly. Yeah, it is, after all, the feminine, right? Marijuana. Mary J. Cannabis. Weed is very much feminine in my nature, or for me, to my nature. Like where before I started smoking weed, I was very aggressive and masculine oriented. Weed kind of helped me calm down a little bit. It was like, bruh, stop taking yourself so seriously. I was like, yeah, maybe you have a point, weed. Andy is looking great after backstoring the record. Thank you, Fred. Vibe and Cat, me. Can't be having that duty finger. Thank you for the wholesome, Rari. I appreciate that. Peace and love to you as well, my friend. The sticky fingers are part of the full experience. I still do have sticky fingers, just not as sticky fingers, right? Like there's a threshold where if it literally sticks to each other, like now it feels like there is, what do you call that word? There is some resistance, more on this side than this side. But if it's to the point where I can see my skin pulling, then I'm like, no. And then I have to go wash my hands or something, dude. Tasty, hello to you as well. Oh wait, I see sticky figures. I love those feelings. We have today, no worries. No worries of yesterday. I'm new, you good? I'm good, my friend. How are you, friend? Uncle Becky, Scarlane. Pretty based attitude, man. Be well. Thank you, good. I hope you're well as well, friend. So now I'm soaked in my car. Hello, everyone. Hey, Lane, I hope you get home quick, dude. Don't get sick, man. It's probably getting cold that side as well now. You from Hawaii? No, I'm from South Africa. Lane got rain. Mel, it's been so long since I've seen the amazing hair. Shark Duck, I'm happy you think this is amazing. I feel only 50% embarrassed to be in front of the camera right now. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna embrace it. Like this is me now. This is what I look like. You look like Weed Lamau. I'll take that as a compliment, dude. Weed is probably one of the most loved plants on this entire planet, so I tip of the hat to you as well. If he doesn't use the tweezers, he'd have dreads. Lamau. I need that grinder. It's a very small grinder. Here it is. So small, dude. Like I was actually thinking about getting myself a new grinder if I go into the city in a month or so. My basement guests are liking this one. Tell your basement guests they're loved as well, my friend. Nice new you/reminds me of Skydust stuff on YouTube. Okay, thank you for letting us know as well, Lane, actually. You from Hawaii? No, I'm not. What is this? This is us sharing in love, my friend. Coming together to experience each other's, awareness, consciousness, perspectives on whatever the topic is that we're discussing. Why the tweezer is just why. I've explained, I think, enough, Lord of Suffering. Sounds like it made you suffer a little bit watching me use tweezers, dude. I'm sorry for contributing. Receive with me some calm, if you will. Thank you for the hugs, fishing. Cool to you, Sir Farts. Oh, I'll have it, look it up, neat stuff. Fill me in. I just got here. Oh, dude. Boring personality. We talk about way too much to fill you in on everything we talk about every single time someone asks. Someone should do something like this, honesty. Someone should. You got hands, man. Yeah? I believe most of us here got hands. Anyone who doesn't have hands would be the minority, so please, oh goodness, that's horrible. I wanted to say, please raise your hands if you don't have hands, and I was like, dude, Can't say shit like that. That's very insensitive. I'm sorry. Like, don't raise your hands. No, stop it. Made look like a stoner though, not gonna lie. I have a stoner friend. Hippie. I am a hippie as well, surely. Minecraft YouTuber from early 2010s. My childhood. 12.4k here. This is amazing. Just friends visiting. The tweezers are a meme. Oh yes, it is a meme indeed. Thank you for the silver. I like stuff. Yeah. You like stuff, but you can't really love stuff. Because stuff technically is something homogeneous, I want to say, actually. Stuff is the only thing that you can continue taking away from, and it will still be stuff up to the point you take the last of it away. Yeah. You know what that means? So, with a chair. Okay, no, let's not take a chair. Let's take something a little bit more simple. A bowl. Yes, a bowl. So we take a bowl, and we hold bowl here, and then we take small slices, of this bowl, and we keep taking small slices until we reach a point, like there's going to be a tipping point, at which a slice is going to make that bowl no longer be a bowl, right? Maybe it's the puncturing slice that deflates this bowl, and now it's just this sad sack, right? Stuff can be cut away from up until the very last molecule of it, and it will still be stuff. So yeah, in that way I can like stuff as well. It's fun to think about. The tweezers are a good idea. They can be. I know how uncured is that bud, man. You've been grinding forever. It's very cured, friend. Very, very cured. I just kind of like my bud to have a little bit more moisture than less, actually. And the weed grinder has also so much resin in between the teeth, so I have to crush it a little bit longer. Not me needing a hoot right now to look, it's a hippie. Hey, Indian, it's nice to have you here as well. Crippled balls, what the fuck is going on? I clicked because I saw weed, but this is way trippier than I'm ready for. We're melting, my friend. We're just melting. Thank you for joining us, Crippled balls. You mean toke? Hoot is for the vapes. Yo, melt fam. Dan, thank you for joining us, man. It's nice to have you here, dude. Hippies are great. You're great as well, Borning Personality. Thank you for sharing love. Well, man, I'm now woke. Now throw those tweezers back in the house. Like, I actually wouldn't really want to do that. They are made of ceramics, the actual tweezer bits. And you can see as well, that black on the tweezer is literally resin sticking to it. So that would have been sticking to my fingers if I was handling it with my fingers. Not really a meme, it's just me being a little bit pedantic. Death in one ear, arriving to see what this is. Binaural beats. Oh, okay, bye. I'm sorry, Galactic. I have a mom that's also death in one ear. Yeah, I am sorry. Binaural beats, like for me to explain it for you very simply, is basically a frequency, two frequencies preferably if it's binaural beats. One in each ear. One could be seen as like a 110 frequency, the other would be 112 frequency, and then these two frequencies get entered into your brain, and then your mind basically tries to find the median, if you will. It tries to find 111 hertz in the middle of that. And it's so trippy because you can literally hear, as you're listening to binaural beats, how it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then as soon as you realize how to tune into it, it's like, whoa, whoa, and it's just like, whee. Yeah, as binaural beats. Our brains are powerful things. I'm sorry that you can't do that, Galactic Violet. Please stay, friend. You don't, like, it's not only about binaural beats. Unless you sleep it. Why damn 13k watching, wow. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think they changed something about Reddit's algorithm to allow more people into a single stream at the same time. Or maybe there's just a surge in interest with the actual live streams again. Fucking junkie, get a laughing job. Get a job, tomatoes. What job do you do, my friend? I want to make sure I don't get your job because it seems you're very angry. I'm going to steer away from that one. You should get dreads now. Dreads, like, I live on a farm, and like, if I literally don't go one day without showering, I will have actual dirt sticking to my skin. Dreads would just amplify that 10x. I would have like actual plants growing out of my hair, soon enough, so I'd rather not. It does kind of look like vomit. This, my clothes, that's a bit much. I mean, whatever you're eating that makes you vomit like this, teach me. Teach me. Like, his clothes are amazing. What are you talking about? Thank you, Emmy. I appreciate your love, friend. If he would just stop using those tweezers, he'd have dreads. Yeah, probably. I love your shirt. I love you, friend. So many judgmental sheep in here. I don't think of them as sheep or as judgmental. I think of them as just projecting. And that's what I'm thinking now. Because judgment, maybe projecting and judgment can be seen as the same thing. But I feel judgment in myself has more of an aversion to it. So I'm just thinking like, oh, sweet, oh, cute. That's what I'm thinking instead. Love you, fam. Love you, Kira. The hippie jokes. All love, my dude. Do you? I'll do my my best, my friend. As long as you do the same. Where are you, Aussie land, South Africa? Harsh weed. Hits, man. Okay, for real. Blow your nose, my bro. Love ya. It's probably a little bit of hooikoers, hay fever right now. Like whatever that wind came from, it brought something with it. So it made me sneeze a bit. Are you pregnant? 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 No, I'm not, friend. South Africa calling this dude a junkie. Okay, boomer. Yeah, I'm super junkie, my friend. Don't you see me trying to steal gas so I can buy myself my next hit of marijuanas? Don't you see me sucking dong so I can afford the marijuanas? Junkie to the max, dude. So positive. As positive as we can try to be, my friend. Love to you. Feel free to leave anytime. Let the judgmental people be judgmental. Must be hard giving so many shits. Exactly. Nice guy. Like your clothes. Peace, bro. Thanks. Thanks to you as well. DWM. Loba. Would you call yourself a hippie? So hippie, at least in the way that you're spelling it right now, in my mind, every single time I say it, I repeat the acronym. Hippie stands for highly intellectual person pursuing inner enlightenment. So in that way, I would call myself a hippie, if you will. Still, that'll be 2.5 mil, please. Are you Pragadhanand? Still no, unfortunately. Don't think being pregnant is in my cards for this life. I'd probably guess at South Africa, and you'd be guessing right. Home ownership has been fun in my experience. Yeah, you see, in my experience, I've not even gotten close to being able to afford a home. So it's to me just, this absolute existential dread of, will I ever have a home? Will I ever have a wife and kids? Will I ever grow up to be old? How long am I going to continue living? And it can be this difficult question sometimes. And then the only way that I release myself from those questions is realizing that that's not what it's about. It's not about if you have a wife or kids. It's not about your house, about your car. It's about where you are right now, within you. How do you feel within you? How are you practicing life? I want to say practicing life because I feel it's this thing you get better at, right? So how are you practicing life right now? That's what's more important than anything. Is he about to roll a blunt? Blunt's been rolled, and this is more a joint. Blunts in South Africa is rolling with tobacco papers, so this is a joint. Why would he be a Pragadhanand? I don't know. Maybe I have some sort of mind babies. Fucking low life. Go back to tricky your boost. No. JP, don't worry, my friend. Just send love. You gonna smoke that weed, or it's just a prop? It is a dispensable prop, to say it in that way. Very much a prop as well. No, milky soups. Oh, fortunately not. Joined, what's up, bro? Cocaine? No. Cocaine is a reuptake inhibitor of dopamine. And if you do that continuously, you never really have the ability to feel as good as you do without it. And I feel bad enough not being addicted to cocaine. I don't think a cocaine addiction is going to serve me well. It's Post Alone. Post Jabron. Love you. I wrote Geving. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did I wrote Geving? No, I didn't. Yes, you had me. You had me. I was like, wait a second. Smoking away the negative energy. Melting it away, even, my friend. Is that weed, yo? It is. Love you. Nice wind you have. I'm envy. You're envy? One of the seven deadly sins. And nice to meet you, friend. Please be my friend. Help me. I need help. All the help I can get. Can't read comments with the glare. He's actually a stockbroker. No. I want this wind. Affirmations into the wind, brother. How do you keep your dose limits in control? Your dose limits in control. Well, with weed, my dose limits and keeping it in control, if you will, is just with me choosing when to light it and when not to. It's very much something that I'll let my feeling communicate to me. It's like, okay, now I feel like taking another puff of the joint, and then I do. But if I don't, then I'll just hold on to it for as long as I need to. And it drives my friends absolutely insane, because I'm used to doing this, and then I have a conversation, or smoking joints together with friends, and then I'm just miking the joint. No. Like, dude, give me the freaking joint. Smoking bad for your lungs, yo. Why are you crying? My heart breaks, my friend. That's why I'm crying. And I know smoking is bad for your lungs. Is this legal? Very much so, fortunately. Let's see you goofed, bro. You probably won't. Not on today's stream. This is not nearly enough to get me goofed, I guess. Hello, fam. Troy! It's been forever. Yeah, long time no see. I'm doing well, friend. I mean, it's been 23 minutes since you sent that message, but it's nice to have you here. Raw or OCB? Or raw or zigzag? OCB, my friend. I would like to smoke raws instead, but we don't have access to them here, unfortunately. Not here in the town. What do you do for a living? I'm at service of people, my friend. If there are any cops in the chat, they have to tell us, yep, that's how it works. Yeah, that popular misconception is actually true. Thank you for the wholesome, my friend. You don't need a roof over your head. With wits and charm, could live like a nomad. You're right, very much so, Special Strawberry. That is probably the future that is awaiting on me. The scarves were his plan all along. Yes, it was. Right, the over-the-shoulder blocker is gone. Thank you, Papa. I appreciate you. Are you rolling a joint or a cowboy cigarette? I'm rolling a joint. Is a cowboy cigarette tobacco and weed mixed together? Fortunately, that was never something I got into. It's only green for us here. Straight out a pothead central casting Lamau. Yep. Trying to get myself into that Hollywood or Hollywood stoner. Just everything I can do. I can be stoner. Very good. God bless. God bless to you as well, Fred. He's on crack, I think. Yo, dude. You're watching me smoke a joint. Smoking weed is less bad than eating McDonald's. Yeah, that's true actually, JP. That's very much true. Like, McDonald's has more carcinogenics in them than weed would. So this is what Chris Pratt has been up to. Yep. He went missing and now he's just chilling, dude. What are you smoking? Best butt, dude, I'll call it. I envy you. Don't envy me, friend. Enjoy this moment with me, several lad. As he rolls a joint. You again! Me again, McMana! Manu, it's nice to have you. I confronted your mom that you take drugs. I confronted my mom first that I take drugs, friend. And she knew who I was before I did. And she sees who I am after I did. And she chose the latter. Is the latter the one that is the one you said last? Or was it the first one? She chose the one with me doing drugs, dude. Like, I used to be very angry. Very, very angry. Angry at the world, angry at what I was seeing was happening to the world. Angry at my father for the stuff that he did and the stuff that he didn't do. Angry at the world for not understanding the way I was trying to talk about, things. And in this anger, I was hurting myself as well. And weed and mushrooms have shown me that there is so much more to my nature than just that anger. So, my mom is okay with it, friend. I hope you have a good chat with her or you contact her about it. Thank you for the helpful friend. I appreciate that. Someone said it. It's true. Man, I stepped away for a minute and boom, so many comments. Godspeed, Mel. Thank you, Yater. I'm climbing the mountain actively, my friend. Hey, smoke weed every day. I'm not gonna smoke weed every day. We're coming on, like Sober October very soon. Woo! I'm actively biting off more than I can chew because not only do I want to do Sober October, I want to fast for the entire October as well. But I'm not sure if I'm done chewing on that one. I've already bit off and chewed with the fact that I'm going to be sober, but fasting on top of it, maybe we'll do it. I'm going to be taking a Sober October for Kiki as well. Like, I feel dedicating that to her will give me even more resolve, I think is the right word. Chris Pratt trying to beat Thor, lol. Me again. You rolling up? I've rolled up. Weed is not a drug. Weed is, well, I mean, like a drug can be seen as anything that affects you on some sort of level, so sugar, also a drug. Coffee, very much a drug. Alcohol, one of the most hardcore drugs. Like, if you were to, in my mind, like, rate different drugs, I would go probably like weed, mushrooms, like, only because LSD is so intense, I would want to put it higher up, but I would put those and then like alcohol and cigarettes above them because they really are so like hectic for you, not only on a health level but also on the amount you have to consume, on how addictive they are. It's kind of wrecked. Oh, a lot of toxic people here. Bro, in your cult, how often do you have to give you the cheeks to stay a member? Fortunately, friend, I do not have the energy to be a part of a cult. Oh goodness, it's just way too much, dude. Way too much. I'm a little bit of a, how do you call them? A hybrid when it comes to my social interactability, where I can be extremely extrovertic for a period of time. And then as soon as that juice runs out, then I need to go back into the cocoon. I need to center myself again. And if you're a part of a cult, there's no more of that. You're just never alone again. So I cannot. It will drive me insane. I would jump off a building. She will tell him to watch her. Yes. Yes, I love that. No kidding, wishing him luck. No, not the whole paper. Not the whole paper, my friend. Weed is a plant. Yes, it is. Nice rolling technique. Used to roll them slim too. Like, it is rolled slim today. Usually we roll a little bit thicker. These little rolling tips I have are made of glass, and they kind of help dictate how thick I roll. When I used to roll with little papers, I used to roll absolute freaking monsters, and it messed me up a little bit. I mean, as much as you mess yourself up for smoking a big ass joint, smoking is about carcinogens, not THC or nicotine. Carcinogens are the predominant health risk. Yep, and McDonald's also have carcinogens in them. It's actually been proven. Sugar is a drug, drugs, yeah, just aren't bad. Yeah, like, I don't think drugs in themselves are the problem. I think misinformation every single time is the problem. Chief Ledger. Heath Ledger, thank you, friend. Calm is the most important / most difficult for me. It's easy to be sane most of the time. I can always be loving, but calm is something that can be hard to maintain. Yeah. It is true. I think it's because calm is very much something that we have to muster, where we can find it out there in the world, but it's not something that's in abundance, right? Where we can see loving or love in almost anything. Calm is more difficult to see in everything. Weed is medicine. For me, it has been. Just grinding up. A good morning over here. Thank you, Hopeful, for joining us. And it's so nice to have you here. I see we have some immature people here today. Yeah, these cringy comments. It do be like that sometimes. Only in love, Kira. Only in love, my friend. His family knows and supports him. It's legal there. It is. Shame. What does shame even mean, dude? What is there to be ashamed of in this reality? Also, Has drugs in it. Yeah, give me a Heat, Batman, Joker. Greetings from Canada. Greetings to you. You like hash? I've smoked hash before. It's not my favorite. Yes, I never denied that, but weed is way healthier than cigarettes or even McDonald's. Again, with the carcinogens. This guy's cute. Thank you, Seed. I appreciate your compliment, my friend. Good morning! Darth asked for a painting, and I have mailed him one. Good morning to you, Candace. To you, friends who are still here and would love an absolutely amazing work of art, we have a friend here called Viking Queen. U/Viking Queen. Spell the E's with threes, and you'll get her. She'll be willing to create an amazing work of art for you if you're interested. Drugs aren't bad. People can be. Yeah, drugs aren't bad. Drugs at the end of the day is literally just a chemical. It's a little shape. Yeah, it's this little shape out there in the world. And what happens to a human being when they put those little shapes in their brains, that is what creates the effects. Not so much the actual drug. And that's the thing as well, like one drug can affect 10 different people 10 different ways. And it's because of our own physiology. We're all different. I'll smoke with you. Hello to you from Brazil, my friend. Thank you. I think you're the first Brazilian friend that has joined us. It's nice to have you here. CBD. Greetings from Canada. Greetings to you, Sniffy. Weed is a healthy drug with minimal side effects when taken responsibly. Stop being toxic. People just don't know. And unfortunately, and it's really weird to me as well, people that don't smoke weed are the ones that have this certainty about how bad it is for you. Like, you don't even know, my G. You've never smoked weed. How can you tell me what the effects are? Bruh. Like, you cannot, like, relax yourself. And that's why no one can take something from me by, saying anything about weed. Like, I've had my experiences. I've had the opportunity to see what weed can do in my life. Other people haven't had that opportunity to see what weed can do in my life, so how can they tell me what is good for my life? Same reason I don't tell you what's good for your life, friend. If anything, we can share what has been good for our lives and then learn from those shared experiences, telling one another how to do things, as an order or as an instruction. It's never the way. Are you South African? I am. Can you just start smoking that weed? I've been smoking it for like a while. I'm just 31 minutes behind. Goodness. Anyone else? Please PM me. Please do, friends. I like how people that smoke weed sound like scientists when they're explaining what they smoke. Big jiggle. I mean, science technically is just the practice of finding information, right? So you can do science with weed as well. My dude, Shark Duck, it's nice to see you. I see you again, my friend. Thank you for the helpful. Hello from Scotland. Hello to you, dupes. Weed is not a drug. It's just blue pill to this toxic world. Yeah. The dude is smoking CBD, not THC, though. That's what they want you to believe, though. That's what they want. That's what my dad wanted me to believe, suck. I'm not sure it's true, though. Burnable for us. I mean, technically, you can imagine mini bowls, as I'm smoking this thing. Talk less and start smoking. Yo, Kelv, it's been smoked. Are you Dutch? No, Afrikaans. Maar Afrikaans is amper soos Nederlands. Baie amper soos Nederlands. Nie heeltemal though. Montana here, lighting up with, thank you for joining me, Pyromaniac. I appreciate you, friend. First time meeting you. I love you already. Uber Tech, I love you, friend. Thank you for joining us. How did you know? I did say it, but technically, this is THC weed. Simulator, no need to rush, every day, always when you least expect it. Of course, that's how life be sometimes. Have you seen something credible saying eating McDonald's food is worse than smoking cigarettes? That's wild. Yeah, there's I think it's with the FDA or something. They have officially classified McDonald's food as being potentially carcinogenic. He just said so. There we go. Good morning, friends. Wait, if you smoke weed, you look like this. I was told I'd turn into a crackhead, lose all my teeth, and no one would like me. Yeah, that's exactly what weed does to you. It just happens very, very, very slow, like over 10,000 years. So I still have, a few more miles in the tank left before I get to the, what did you say, crackhead without teeth phase. Just smoke that weed. No, relax, Kelv. Relax, dude. We're not going anywhere. We're just here in time and space. You know, I'm reading comments that have been sent like 33 minutes ago, and yet I'm still creating right now here in this space, even though I'm using an old resource technically as a means to create right now. There is only right now, friend. Smoking is weed is healthier. Thank you for the hugs. Enough for please smoke already. Troy. It's been smoked, dude. Half of it's been smoked. I'm gonna put it down for a bit. Thank you for the wholesome. If you're a plant, then you eat humans. You can, you can eat humans, but it's not really one to one. You can't actually just plant a plant on top of a human and it will consume it directly. Technically, you need a bunch of other microorganisms to eat you first, and then poop you out, and then the plant eats the poop. Sorry, that's how it works. I want to be shrew. Ooh, Lane knows as well. Weed plant, fuzzy but sticky, lol. I am leaving if you're not smoke the weed now. You can leave, Kelv. Thank you, my friend, for being here with us for as long as you were. Because you eat earth. I want to be a tree. It would be such a vibe being a tree as well. And technically you are. Eat me, eat me. You're the real fun guy. No, I care, JP. I do care, my friend. Oh, Melty, you are. Oh, Kira. Thank you, my friend. I want to be a mimosa tree. Ooh, yeah, Viking Queen knows as well. I wonder why she would say a mimosa tree. An acacia mimosa tree? Why would that be? There might be dimethyltryptamine in the root bark or something. I don't know. I'm asking the same question. Smoking is smoking. You're inhaling carcinogens with weed or tobacco. That's true, but weed has less carcinogens in than other plants do. Like, for instance, tobacco. Because tobacco, at least in the way that we smoke it in cigarettes, have all of these added burning reagents in it that also have carcinogenic effects. Certain chemicals have more volatile carcinogens than others. The carcinogens you're getting from smoking weed is from caramelizing sugars, because your plant material is basically built out of lignin, and lignin are these basically sugar structures that are very long and string together, and then when you burn it, you're basically caramelizing the sugars, and then the caramelizing of that sugar, puts off some smoke, and then that is the carcinogenic effect you get. It's less bad for you than smoking tobacco in the way that they are packaged in cigarettes, at least. I'd be find out plants have anxiety too. They definitely do, friend. Plants definitely experience anxiety. Not maybe in the way that we do, but you can stress a plant, and that stress is going to cause it to do different things, which you can see as anxiety response. Like if you stress a human being, their anxiety is going to push them to do different things, and the same thing is true for plants. Good morning, almost miss you. Seeing the coffee, so yeah, true. This dude has said so much and said nothing at the same time. That is the beauty about speech simulator, is we're saying so much and yet we're not saying anything. We're just here. That's all we are, dude. That's all we ever are. There's no escaping this moment. There is no future. There is no past. All there is now. Plants feel the same way. Where are you, South Africa? That's why you gotta go hug all the trees you can. Hey, they do. People go out putting electrodes on them in different environments. It's true as well. I have a feeling you stuff them cheeks, no problem, because the chicks, that's a little bit much, Big Jiggle. Like, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't necessarily see our friends in any, like any remote sexual way. If anything, to me, it's more like a personal kinship, right? Like having brothers and sisters. So that's not where my mind is aligned, friend. Let's smoke that already. Like, it's been smoked, friend. We still have a lot of friends actually still sharing the space with us, Toasty. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm getting to your comments if you're waiting. I'm climbing. Dude, you are ingesting alcohol while drinking beer, processed meats and all the food, high amounts of sodium nowadays, and you care about your constitutions and weed. Enjoy life, bro. Yeah, like the air, air pollution. Air pollution is making the very air we breathe carcinogenic as well. Recognizing our impermanence, knowing we're going to die, can be both freeing and limiting in the same breath, because at least in my opinion, it frees me a little bit from the tension I have of knowing I am going to die, and smoking something can maybe accelerate that process. But then there is this egoic side of me that knows I'm probably going to live, a while longer, and knowing that the technology is going to progress to a point where I probably won't have to worry about my lungs failing as much as people right now have to worry about their lungs failing. And with the amount of genetic code I have left, right? Like my little telomeres are still longer than shorter in compared to other old people. I still have some time to do stupid things. I want to stop smoking. I want to start vaping instead, but we'll get there when we get there. Thank you for the helpful and for the silver, Katie and Toasty. I love you, friends, so much. Thank you. Plant anxiety and human anxiety are completely different. Also true. Jojo. Jojo? Jovan or Jojo? Anyone else instinctively waiting for him to puff and pass? It would be blessed to be able to pass you the joint, my friend. It would be so amazing. Toasty, where do you live, if not a house or apartment? I live with my parents at the moment, friend. My dad has been very, very understanding, very, very loving, and trying to help me do what it is I'm doing right now. And I'm eternally grateful for that, but it's not something that I would want to rely on indefinitely. The star is ever changing, like each of us. Oh yes, my friend, the universe is ever changing, like each of us as well. And by extrapolation, we are the change in the universe. He's the kind of hog a joint in a smoke sesh. No, I'm not. I don't try and hog a joint at all. I just forget. I genuinely just forget. You just have to remind me, my God. Exact opposite. Yeah. Exactly. He's sharing with the wind. Finally, someone notices my joke. I thought it got lost. Maybe it got lost for me, actually, Lane. Did I miss it? Oh, the fun guy one. No, I didn't miss it. Maybe I didn't laugh enough. You're funny too. Thank you. I get it. Finally, someone smelled would sooner let you smoke his whole joint than hog it himself. Yeah, exactly. I would roll you a joint. If I happened to have accidentally hogged the joint, I'd feel so bad I'd roll you two more. Of course. I had missed it. I loved it. Oh, Mel. Oh, Bunny. Thank you for joining us, my friend. Lane intensely watching chat. Sweet sweat beats. Like, oh shit. Where is the laughs? Damn it, there's thousands of people. Why are you not laughing? Have you ever pushed over a cow? Never, my friend. That's not something that we do here in South Africa. If you think about it, my name makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it does. You're right. Did you prepare the food? The food has been prepared, my friend. Weed killing your brain. That is why you calm down. No, not very much so, my friend. Weed releases some dopamine, which can help you calm down because it gives you a sense of confidence if in your own physiological state. Why is that word so, like, I want to say like philosophical, but physiological. I don't know if that's a word, probably isn't. State, right? It creates also, and you have it inside of your being, endocannabinoid systems. So you smoking this cannabinoid can basically act on all of these systems, and all those systems can help you calm down as well. Like, it drops your heartbeat. It has a bunch of benefits. You were just begging him to smoke. He's here to troll. The bro is 8 years old. Oh, he's feeling it. Joe, Daddy, it's up to you as well, friend. It's nice to have you, my friend. Do you remember 21st night of September? Love was changing the mood of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Ooh, that sounds like the start of a beautiful song, actually. I mean, I think it is mildly adapted, but it's beautiful nonetheless, Thirsty. East Dan, South Africa's right. Bro, let's play some Sabbath High. That would be nice. Please. I'm off to see the Van Gogh experience. Have a great day, loves. Have a great day, you, Kira. I mean, how could you not? You're going to go and see some Van Gogh works. I hope you have an amazing one. Meltmore is eating from a pixie stick. Salt? What does that mean, dude? I actually don't know what that means. How often do you get into the city normally? It's been more than a year. It's been more than a year, my friend. Enjoy your grinder. You brought her? You brought her? Daddy, Joe Daddy, what? What? That looks so cool. Enjoy Kira. It sounds amazing. I was thinking about going to check that out. Let me know how it is. So excited. See you on Discord. See you, Kira. Thank you, my friend. The Elon Musk of weed. Ooh. Joe Daddy, now you're like pulling at my ego strings, dude. Stop it. Stop doing that. Stop. You can't do that. Stop making the Elon Musk of weed. I don't know if that can be a thing. I don't know if that can be a thing, but like Elon Musk, the reason I look up to what Elon Musk is doing is because he has this philosophy of making extreme amounts of money while inadvertently helping the world. You know, solar technology becoming as rampant as it is right now, battery technology improving as fast as it is right now. A lot of it is a result of what Tesla has been doing. And from that perspective, I completely take my hat off to them. So hopefully, friend, like if anything, I hope to help the world in the same way. Okay, that's gonna be so awesome. Let us know how it goes. I wanna hug you every time. Everything about you is awesome. Sweetheart. Hug to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Clap if you don't have hands. Joe Daddy. It was okay. You sit in a room and his artwork is projected on the walls. Music was nice though. That sounds amazing, Bonnie. I mean, like just being able to see works of art of other people that appreciate the same, that is also a nice thing to do. The whole thing about hands was rough, Mel. I'm sorry, Dad. I was trying to be like a little bit comical while also being painfully aware of how insensitive I'm being. I mean, but that is what comedy is as well. I don't think I would make a very good comedian. I would try to. I want to be funny. I want to make people laugh a little bit, but yes, dude. It hurts me because I feel the empathy in still making that joke, dude. My friend went to the one in Houston and it was pretty interactive. Ooh, maybe you can like touch the things and it makes some ripples of something trippy. Where are you from? South Africa is right. How is the weed law there? No clue. It has been completely decriminalized. We are allowed to grow, give away, and own or keep in our own homes weed and smoke at our own homes, but we're not allowed to do so in public, and we're not allowed to do so, you know, through sales or buying weed. And that's basically the laws. Oh damn, no way. Yep. Learn something every day. You do, Dingle. Thank you for learning with us, my friend. You can grow it, not distribute it. That's right. So basically same as the Netherlands then. I think so. I didn't know that either, actually. Thank you for letting me know that, friend. Why have I never heard of binaural beats before? What? That sounds awesome. Sounds like pitch harmonics, basically. Toasty, go look it up, dude. We've been talking about it a bit here on stream, but it's literally, I talk about it for like a minute or two, and then it's the rest of the stream goes on. So yeah, binaural beats. Go look up an app called Atmosphere on the Play Store. It's pretty interactive, has some good presets, and gives you the ability to build your own. So all of the binaural beats I listen to, I've, tailored. I feel like I'm a little bit of a scientist, playing with my brain's frequencies as I'm adjusting all of the dials, if you will. Nature loves him. Nature loves us, my friend. He needs chai SDN potheads. I mean, little curly hairs growing out would be kind of lit. Plant growing out of your hair. That sounds like the ultimate form of being in touch with nature. It does, Lane. And when I said it, I was like kind of thinking about it. I was like, it sounds kind of cool. Would be an experience to just have like a big old dready mess and then have these little sprouty plants, growing out of them. And then I imagined, roots digging into the rest of my body, trying to get to water. And I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh no, please no, stop imagination. Do you have your own garden? I do, friend. He does, but it's more his sister's garden. I mean, I have my own garden as well, fortunately, Viking Queen. My sister has her little own garden as well now. He grew the weed plants though and cultivated them already. That's true. The weed I'm smoking right now was grown by my own hands. Len, thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you here. How are you doing? Just silly for the weed. I'm having a great time, lol. Me too, Toasty. Oh, hippie. Quite clever. It feels good, right, Candace? Hey, Mammy is here as well. Thank you, my friend. I deleted my am I propaganda comment to not feed the instant gratification monkey, and then Mel feeds the monkey. There you go. There you go, Siobhan. I mean, we're completely in sync, so you just had to wait for it a little bit. Mm. A bunch, Jay. A bunch of experiences, my friend. Like, upwards of 50? A lot. A lot of experiences. Hello, lovely chat box. Hey, Mammy. Good morning. Thanks, bro. Mammy is here. Oh, yeah, she is. Like how Mel just said. You heard it here first. Mel will never be knocked off. Damn it. Ah. You know, like I don't like accepting that there are things that I can never do in this reality. But having kids, bearing kids, that's the word. Getting knocked up is not one of them, unfortunately. Jovan, new name. Yeah, it is. Hey, Mammy. I'm practicing, getting better every day, trying. That's all we can do, useful. Thank you for trying, my friend. I appreciate you. That's all we can do. Yeah, exactly, Aunt B. Thank you for saying the same. Shrooms, not right now. Oh, hit me. You know, again, like have you got your stimulus check? Unfortunately, we don't get stimulus checks here in South Africa, my friend. We're only the ones, you know, paying the government to give themselves stimulus checks. Lol, miking the joint. Have you never heard that saying, Toasty? It's like a big thing with my friend groups. Maybe it's because I tended to do that. The little ones are recovering from the chickenpox, Estienne, by the way. Thank you so much for letting me know. And on that note, like from stuff from yesterday, how was the bird festival, Jovan? I mean, it's going to be a while before I get to see your answer, but I would love to know. I have friends with a factory of glue in their fingers. Of glue in their fingers? Glue in their fingers? A factory of glue in there. I have no idea what that word, like the sentence means. I'm sorry, useful. They made it over the rough part and now are less itchy and grumpy. I'm so sorry. Like to hear it again, you know, having goosebumps. Chickenpox as a child is dreadful. I'm happy they're getting better. Did they have medication that makes them itch a little bit less? Miking the joint. I think sometimes that joint has fused itself to you like a vital part of your body. It becomes completely an extension of myself. Yes, I just happen to have an extension of myself that happens to be a joint. I tried to do it without actually having to shield it, but no. To giving, friends. To giving. Oh, are you over the worst of it? I hope so as well. Oh, raw. I used to have to go with raw, but vibes are life. Oh yes, they are. Raw is just, it's so nice to smoke with them. I had to answer the phone call. I'm back now. Thank you for joining us again, Edmund. It's so nice to have you, my friend, as always. I hope the phone call went well. There's my answer. What strand are you blazing? I want to give it a name. I'm just going to call it Givenson. I'm smoking on giving, friend. We're smoking on some giving right now. It's been treating us really well. What did you eat for breakfast? I did not eat breakfast. I've eaten a packet of noodles today. And my appetite, yeah, it doesn't want to eat anymore. So one single packet of noodles. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah, I've not been feeling good. So eating comes a little bit difficult during those times as well. I love your outfit. Thank you, Mela. I love you, my friend. Greetings from a fellow Californian stoner. I love you and your streams. It made my morning. Earth Guardian, thank you, friend, for sharing your love with me as well. You're making my day as well. I have done another day on the merry-go-round of life. I will be tired tonight for sure. Hope your day is good so far. I'm sorry to hear that, Mammy. We're here for you, my friend. If you want to share the details of the merry-go-round, if you will. Do you find it reassuring to see people as equal, but also as insignificant in front of the vastness of nothing? Do I find it reassuring? I find it reassuring that we are the vastness, my friend. Because yes, I believe we're all equals, you know, fundamentally as human beings. And the reason I believe that isn't so much because of our physical abilities or because we're the same, we have hands and arms and legs and these faces to communicate with, but also because, or more fundamentally, if you will, because of the awareness we have underlying all of that, and that we're all equal. And that awareness is that vastness as well, that nothingness almost. So it does bring me great comfort, friend. Just stop smoking tobacco 1 month ago. Smoke weed, guys, is better. Useful journal. I'm so happy to hear that, friend. Good for you. 1 month? Keep going. You know it's the one, my friend. I'm so happy to hear it. The previous one. Hello, Melton Crew. Hey, Darkly. Thank you for joining us, my friend. I've been without weed for almost a year now, and I'm proud of myself because it used to be habitual. I'm happy to hear that as well, my friend. If it becomes something that you absolutely have to rely on, like getting free from that can be freeing, if you will. I am unapologetically normalizing the use of cannabis. I'm definitely doing the same, Toasty. I'm very happy to be doing the same with you as well, my friend. I am too on my crusade, my friend. Yes, alcohol is dangerous because of how society accepts it. And not only that, but because of how much you have to consume of it. Right? Like with a joint, most people will be satisfied with smoking one joint. Most people will not be satisfied with drinking one beer. And just that, that's also something that's scary. Like, sure, some people will smoke 2 joints. Some people will even smoke 3 joints. But nobody is going to smoke enough joints to kill themselves or to hurt others. They're just going to be like, oh wait, I'm just like melting for a bit and then I'm going to come out of this molten state again and reconsolidate. But with alcohol, it can give you even more dopamine. It gives you gamma as well, which makes you relax. That state of relaxation. It also gives you some dopamine, so you have this added confidence plus relaxation, and confidence plus being relaxed about things causes you not to have ambitions because you're like, oh wait, I can make that gap. I'm calm. I feel calm in myself. Nothing inside of my physiology is telling me this is not a good idea. I can make that jump, and then people try and make jump they can't make and they break things. You don't be stoners don't do that, They just don't. We just don't. Like, alcohol definitely is more dangerous. I can 100% vouch for that. This is also a great feat because sometimes habits we adore are hard to break. Maybe you'll go back to enjoying weed, but as a treat. True. Yeah, and even if you don't go back to it as a treat, if you go back to it as something that you want to do habitually again, do so with more intention. That's the only thing that I can recommend. Like, I went to China and then didn't have access to weed for like a year and 4 months. And during that as well, I gained so much understanding about why I smoke weed and how valuable the experience of smoking weed is to me. And ever since I started looking at weed from that perspective, I've also set more intention forward when I'm smoking weed. And that's also made a big difference. Brother in arms. Oh yeah, dude. We're fighting the real battle now, Toasty. The chat box is extra lovey today. So many spontaneous compliments directed at our mouth. Directed at our friends as well, Mammy. It is so loving. Walk you? Yes, emotional might walk you indeed. Weed just makes me paranoid now, sadly. But I think I got what I needed from it. So I can still appreciate it and advocate for it. Yeah. Like, interestingly enough, I don't know if you've heard this as well, shroom being. Oh, I like that actually. It's like human being. I really like that. But like Joe Rogan likes to talk about the paranoia that weed gives you, and I can see it or talks about seeing it as a good thing, where that paranoia can almost be seen as this wake up shake. Like, why are you so calm? None of this is okay. None of this is normal. None of this is calm. None of this is, chillaxing. We're flying through space at 30 kilometers a second. That's our reality. So maybe the anxiety can be seen as a good thing sometimes. But I mean, I'm not trying to force you to. I'm just sharing that perspective, my friend. Ja, for a righteous cause. Absolutely. Do you practice Buddhism? I like to look into the understanding that Buddhism carries, but I do not practice Buddhism, my friend. Weed makes me feel icky personally. LSD makes me feel free. Icky? Like, I mean, how many different strains have you smoked, Candace? How much of it have you smoked? Have you tried like a single puff as well? Because I know we can very much be overwhelming when it comes to if you smoke too much. It feels like it completely it takes over almost. Like it's inescapable. And in that way it can be icky. I'm glad you're here. You are taking something positive from your experience. I've never smoked, so I can't speak on this matter. Mammy, I know I've asked this before, but I want to ask it again. Like, is your opinion on smoking changing? Would you consider it at some point? Buddhism? Buddhism? Like smoking dank buds? Yes, I practice Buddhism. I like that actually. I mean, I feel monk life sprinting towards me, being like, you blaspheming heathen. You can't do that. I'm like, Buddhism it is. You microdose, Candace? I wonder actually. I don't know if she does she? My husband took the vial we had and ended up taking six for. Oh goodness, yeah. Microdosing is going to be out of the question for a while in that case. Goodness. Not what I meant, but maybe. To the Buddhism. Shame can be useful if addressed. It should be the right feeling to correct the behavior. That's a good point, Punk Out. We choose Buddhism it is. He's like, I accidentally had to take acid. Microdosing is pretty nice. I need to start microdosing shrooms and studying physics again. Ooh, that might be a good plan. Sucky end. I'm also actually planning on starting to microdose mushrooms soon. Bro, I study physics too in university. Mind blowing. The synchronicity, my friend. Or maybe it's exactly what you meant. Or maybe mushrooms helped me stop smoking weed after smoking almost every day for years. It can be eye-opening in that way. It can remind you and kind of confront you with the things that no longer serve you. Be it emotional baggage, be it something like smoking weed, be it drinking, be it smoking cigarettes, be it a bad relationship. And not everybody is ready for that sometimes. I don't know what you're talking about. It's exactly what I meant. I wish I could find vials. I've never been able to get in liquid for only blood. Oh, actually, like I'm looking forward to you being able to find some liquid in that case, Edmund. It's pretty cool, man. Gotta bounce, enjoy hanging out. Have a blessed day, brother. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you sharing the space with us, my friend. I hope you have a blessed day as well. Here's an idea I had. I do watercolors, so what if I sold paintings that have dabs in painting? I mean, yes, but also no, Candace, because unfortunately, LSD is very volatile, especially so to air and especially so to moisture. So unless, yeah, it's like it's you're gonna have to use a lot if you want it to like keep. I mean, it will like run up the prices of your paintings as well and might give people even more incentive to buy them. But they would also have to lick and potentially destroy the painting to actually gain any effects. I mean, you could maybe have them lick like the edge of it or something. Oh goodness, this is just too much for me. I stopped smoking and smoking weed. I don't use nothing now, even alcohol. I'm enjoying being sober too. I'm happy to hear that, my friend. Like being sober can be sobering. Like as stupid as that is to say, it can be very much so. It can get you to realize again where your values lie. Whew. We have a month of sobriety waiting for us just around the corner, like in 9 days, right? Yep. That is beautiful. A painting to stare at as you melt, right? Yeah, that would be so sick, actually, Candace. I stopped smoking because my husband would date a chick, wouldn't date a chick who smokes. Yeah, I remember. I wanted him more. Sounds like your husband is a cop. That difficulty. I can't imagine my kiddo wondering why I'm licking a painting. Yeah, just like walking into the room and Aunt B just has her like mouth over the corner of a painting, like sucking on it. It's like, Mom, what are you doing? Oh, Bobby, nothing. It's like, Mom, that was definitely not nothing. Like, if all of the things that is not nothing, that is one of them. When I want to be a tree, I just meditate with trees. Yeah, you can even like put your back up against a tree. It very, very much is a good experience. Tell us an experience with mushrooms. I mean, the ones I can articulate, I guess, would just be infinite love, dude. Just being so extremely grateful to be. Like after like dealing with depression for years, having the resounding almost truth in my head, in my beingness, that I'm happy to be alive. I love being alive. It was literally life changing to me. Like I didn't know how it felt to feel that way, if that makes any sense. And when I felt how to feel that way, I was like, oh shit, this is a way to feel. Why did nobody tell me? Living life is an option. What? Smoking cigarettes, silly. He never did anything outside alcohol. I got him to do LSD, and I'm glad. I'm happy about that as well. That sounds amazing. He was a person who was angry at the world, and now he is the most loving and caring person who can do that. You know, alcohol, cigarettes, heroin, meth, those things don't do that. Psychedelics can, you know, and just the fact that it's possible should mean that we should give it even more attention. Fortunately, more and more attention is being given right now. Must be really high, at least in our mind. Yeah, definitely. Love the username. Me too, Shrooman being. I'm painting with the tongue, sweetie. Lord say. Thank you, much love. I'm here peeling potatoes. Could I be more Irish? But I have headphones on listening to everything you say, Mel. Whispering sweet, beautiful things in your ears, Mammy. Thank you for joining me, my friend. You're really assimilating, being your most Irish self, peeling them potatoes. LSD only gives me anxiety, sadly. Trying DMT a couple of times was the experience. Yeah. Yeah, like, fortunately as well, dimethyltryptamine, especially when you freebase it, as in you smoking it, has the benefits of having a very short, like, duration of effect of duration effect. Like, it's between 5 and 15 minutes, the entire experience. So it's a little bit more palatable for most people, where mushrooms or LSD can confront you with things for between 6 and 18 hours. Not everybody has the mental agility to go for that long, where DMT is just like shoots you out into the rest of the ether space, and you're like, oh, everything I know is a lie. Or everything I know is fundamentally flawed in its knowledge. And then you come back and you're like, okay, now what? And you're like, well, guess we're reevaluating everything. And by doing so, life can get better. Amazing. That's so wonderful. It makes you see the world in every moment of this world. I don't take classes, but I study in my free time. That's amazing, my friend. I'm happy to hear that. Keep doing that, Sashian. Become what they call basement scientist. Citizen scientist. I think I like that word more, actually. I'm Irish, and my daughters put a potato in the blankets on my side of the bed. The little Irish is shining through them as well. I had to crush my dreams, Melt. I'm sorry, Edmund. I'm sorry, dude. You know me being too much sometimes. Being like, actually. DMT is the best. Sucks when you smoke it. But its adventure is amazing. Yeah, it's not fun. It definitely isn't a fun experience to smoke it. Especially if you don't smoke. Then it's even more difficult. It's extremely harsh. She wants you to have a piece of home next to you, definitely. The potato in the bed. Oh, nice, bro. University is just a place. Self-study is very nice. Yeah, and you get to, like, if you want to go and study science in a self-study way, just go look up. Is it just science? There are these entire... No, it's not just science. Man, I've forgotten their name. I feel horrible. Is it Real Science? No, Real Science is another site I follow. Anyway, it's basically these entire crash course. Oh, there we go. Crash course science. You search crash course science, and you're gonna get an entire playlist that's just like perfectly articulated science, biology, everything. You know, economics. They have so much information. It's good stuff. Self-study, dude. Mr. Potato, who are tucked by blanket, lol. Air pollution, yes. Remove the American factories and clean the air around you, only for an even worse factory to spring forth in China. Ja, that happens as well, unfortunately. Mampoer. Is jy van Suid-Afrika af, meneer Mampoer? Ek dink dalk so. Daai is 'n baie spesifieke naam, maar jy's dalk nie meer hierso nie. Yes, the smell is awful, lol. But such a spiritual experience, yeah. Remove both then. Gotta help Uncle Becky put up the fencing panel. Y'all take care and have a great day. Thank you for joining us. Aunt B, sending you love, my friend. There's a big difference in volume of tobacco versus weed, and weed people consume. Yeah, like exactly that as well. People smoke a lot more tobacco than people smoke weed. Like, people will smoke a pack of cigarettes, 20 cigarettes in a day, easy peasy. If I tried to smoke 20 joints in a day, I would literally just be, a ball of goo in front of you right now. I'd be like, 20 joints a day, that would wreck me completely. Mr. Potato will start sprouting if it's warm and cozy enough. That is also true. I also want to switch to vaping and edibles, but it's harder here to get edibles, and I can't afford the money on a vape right now. I'm also waiting for the same reasons. Edmund, I wish I could, send you some of my edibles, dude. I mean, you could make some edibles. It's kind of a fun process. I mean, maybe. Missed you, buddy. Love the healing. Well done. Love you, my friend. Thank you for healing with me. Are vapes expensive compared to what you smoke now? I haven't a clue about vapes. Vapes go between 150 and, like, for the good ones, $250. Like, for the good ones, 150 to $250. So it's not cheap, but it's not $1,000. So depends. Need to go to work. Bye, bros and sisters. Have a nice trip. Thank you, useful. Have a nice one as well, friend. I love this chat. My favorite kind of people. It's so beautiful. It makes me so happy to be sharing this space with you, friends. I highly recommend. I find indicas vape very well, and for a long time. Hybrids are more leafy strains, are harder to make seem worth it. That's really interesting, Toasty, because that is not something that I would even think about. Like, that's not a perspective I would have, but it makes me really curious. Bye, take care. Can you say Bismillah Hiram? Bismillah Hiram. Bismillah Hiram? I hope that is not something horrible, but it's been said, friend. I would like a dry herb vape so I continue smoking the flower, but I wouldn't want to buy one unless I got a nicer one that would work well. At least so I'm looking at a couple of hundreds, likely, yeah, especially in an illegal state, definitely. And unfortunately, you are on point, Edmund. Love you, Mrs. Boop. Thank you for joining us, my friend. It's been said, vape you use, what is the nearest city to you? The nearest city is Pretoria. That is like 200 kilometers away. Oh, I see. I had no idea you weren't allowed weed legally where you are yet. It's Texas. Texas people seem to be a little bit tight about it. Elon Musk is the Elon Musk of weed. I mean, Elon Musk didn't even inhale. He didn't even inhale, dude. He didn't even inhale. Like, I would love to smoke a joint of Joe Rogan. But I imagine myself getting overzealous and taking like 5 puffs of his joint and then just actually getting galactically blazed. Just sit there watching him. I'm training. Getting my tolerance up. Take care, I'd be love. Can you say, I am love, loving, lovable, and worthy of love for me? It's been said. Thank you, Toasty, for reminding me. I have to duck out too, try and focus on dinner prep, so tempting to hang out here, but then who will cook the food? Thank you for joining us, Mammy. Go and cook the food, my friend. I appreciate your presence. Meld, you would actually be a decent comedian, but you would go on tangents and forget your act, and then you just monologue for 90 minutes. Would still be highly entertaining. You are 100% right, unfortunately, Toasty. I'd probably start telling this joke and then get a good laugh, and then I'll be like, oh, people like jokes in this nature. Guess I'm monologuing for 90 minutes about this topic. Thank you, Toasty. I think, if anything, I would have to have like material. I would have to actually go and study material if I wanted to be a comedian. And I think writing material is going to be the real crux of my problem. I don't really think of myself as someone that's funny. I'm I'm a little bit over serious, or I I wanna like call myself out. I wanna say unnecessarily deep about things, and that's not necessarily always funny. That's usually where my mind goes. Unfortunately, Texas isn't exactly progressive. Hopefully someday soon. I hate that I can't get my herb without being worried. Only for a while, hopefully, Edmund. Only for a while. Eat red meat. Love you. Love you, friend. Thank you for joining us. Dar Zombie, it's nice to have you as well, my friend. How are you doing? It's been 25 minutes, but I'm trying to catch up. Cook because you're amazing at it. I can't see this. You're in Texas. Excuse me. That's tough, alright. Fingers crossed, laws will be eventually changed in your favor. The Antwoord fan? No, Jay. Very much no. So installed atmosphere. Go give it a try. I think you would really like it, Toasty. Thank you, Mammy. Sending you love. Enjoy your dinner. Does Texas allow medicinal? I was shocked when Oklahoma allowed it. Chappie generated Chappie gangster number one. Like Chappie, I kind of enjoyed Chappie, but that's also not exactly representative of all South Africans. There is a minority of South Africans that very much do live that type of lifestyle, but it's not the majority, fortunately. Fortunately not. I live close to Oklahoma though, so the person I get it from gets it from Oklahoma. Okay. Are you vaccinated? No, not yet, Jay. I love the Burp Fest. Got to nerd out with a bunch of strangers, going out of my comfort zone and meeting strangers with common interests was neato. I'm so happy to hear that, Jovan. That sounds amazing, my friend. I mean, that's like my 101 for like making new friends. If you have a hard time making friends, go somewhere where you're going to love what it is you're doing, and then you're gonna find more people that love what it is they're doing, and then you can talk about the stuff that you as a collective now loves doing, and then you can make what friends like that. Quick. Wag boet, as jy in Afrika, jy moet ophou so fucking baie boom rook. Nee, meneer Mampoer, jy moet ophou so baie drink, dude. I can terug jab. He's like telling me I have to stop smoking so much. I'm like, and his name is Meneer Mampoer, which is like Mr. Mampoer, and Mampoer is very, very strong alcohol. So I'm like tuning him back. He needs to stop drinking. Dooby doo for breakfast. Level up. Thank you for the hugs, my friend. Smoke one hitters. It gives you more control of dose. It does, but these are basically one hitters as well. A self-collapsing one-hitter, if you will. It is going to be done soon. Boom. Snaps for life. Joe Rogan is out of his mind. Aren't we all a little bit out of our mind? If anything, Joe Rogan gives a lot of people a platform to say some things. And the people he has given platforms to say some things have said things that has really resonated with me. And on that level, I can respect it, if he's out of his mind or not. This all seems a bit self-involved and self-serving, pretending to be enlightened. I'm very much not enlightened, my friend. If I was enlightened, I would cease to be on this plane of existence. But yet, here we are together. We're trying. We're trying to learn what enlightenment is. We're trying to gain an understanding of how to live this life in a way that is going to not only serve us, but serve the ones around us as well. I appreciate you sharing this place. And this space with us, Zippity. Nonetheless, dude seems very honest. I tried to be virtual ad. Thank you, my friend. Man, I appreciate your positive vibes. I'm gonna hang out with you on my drive to work. Pinbacked. I know you. Oh, no, do I? Pinbacked. We know Finbacked. It's nice to have you here, Pinbacked. Thank you for joining us. Drive safe, my friend. Man, Joe Rogan sure lost his skittles somewhere between 2018 and 2021. Was it the Spotify signing? Because I haven't been listening to Joe Rogan's podcast as much as I used to when they were still on YouTube. But now I'm like mostly watching the clips. I don't want to download Spotify. It triggers me. Oh, it triggers me. But like I want to download Spotify for like one person's podcast, but nah. Why not be clear and sober? I've been clear and sober, my friend. Why not be high? It's literally the experience, There's times in my day, times in my life where I am clear and sober, and there are times in my life, times in my day where I'm not. And if it wasn't for the influx, the change between those experiences, this life would be completely boring. And like, if you're asking clear and sober from the perspective of not, eating sugar, not drinking coffee, none of those, then I can respect it as well. But we're all not clear and sober, really, really. Painting with an expiry date. Yeah, painting with an expiry date, indeed. You're right, Edmund. Like Mormon sober. I used to do drugs called Mountain Dew and Tony's Oven Pizza. Was about 220 pounds, all in moderation and intent. Yeah, like, you can know, and I believe you would agree with me as well, Toasty. Mountain Dew and Tony's Oven Pizzas was absolutely amazing. It was great experiencing an addiction like that, but it wasn't one that was going to serve you. Smoking a lot of weed, on the other hand, is going to serve you a lot better than being addicted to something like that, sugar and fat, basically. Yeah, I'm so happy you stopped, Toasty, dude. I'm so happy, man. Love to you, dude. We'll advocate for this addiction instead of the others, if you will. You seem unsatisfied with yourself, and I pray you find true peace. Unsatisfied with myself? Maybe in some ways I am. I think maybe that unsatisfaction comes from a place of wanting to be better. I've seen what a horrible person I could be, and I've been trying to become a better person actively, and I still recognize and know the potential to be a horrible person is still within me. So I don't think it's necessarily unsatisfied as much as it is striving to be better nonetheless, continually. The guy on the vid, thank you, my friend. I appreciate your love being sent. Please do pray for me. Pray a lot. Like, I want you to pray every single day. Please. Genuinely, I'm not even joking. Who, me? Batman told me to pray to him one time. It was very aggressive and convincing. Ooh. Like, I wanted to do a Batman voice, and then my brain was like, do you want to be embarrassed? Kind of. Maybe I want to be a little bit embarrassed. Where are they? Where you fucking better worship me, Toasty? I am the one true savior. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. It was too bad. No, I'm cringe. Mountain Dew is a super beast. I mean, I think Mountain Dew has the highest sugar and caffeine content of all of the soft drinks. Sit a little longer, friend. I hope he does. Would be nice to share the space. I used to be a fan, but definitely not anymore. Yeah, I haven't listened recently. Like, most of the stuff I see is usually from the snippets, and then it's someone describing some sort of topic, talking about something, and then I'm clicking on the video for the information that's being provided, and then I'm watching it with the intention of receiving the information, and then the information is delivered through the medium that is the Joe Rogan experience. So yeah, you see, it's difficult for me to, again, separate myself from where I shouldn't be grateful. Bro, 20 joints a day. Ow, that would start to hurt. Yeah, dude, like, it's just, also, that's like $100. Ooh, I mean, it's $100 if you buy a lot of weed, but if you grow your own weed, like, technically and genuinely, this is not me bragging or something, I would be able to smoke 20 joints a day without incurring any financial loss in doing so. But goodness, like, I won't. I don't. Why would you do that to yourself? I don't want to smoke 20 joints a day. That doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound fun at all, but people actively do it with cigarettes. I'd love to make edibles, but since I can't grow my own or buy in dispensaries, it's not very cost efficient to make edibles with weed I buy. I mean, it depends on what you think of as cost efficient, Edmund. The thing with edibles is their duration. Like, you can technically cook yourself some edibles with 4 grams of weed, right? And then you can make, out of those edibles, technically you can extract 4 edibles from that, which means each of your edibles is going to be a gram's weed. Like, if you have, for instance, 22% weed, you're gonna have 220 milligrams of THC within a single edible. And that edible could last you for 6 hours. So in that way, it can be more cost efficient to eat edibles instead of smoking weed, if you smoke weed frequently. To, like, for me at least, smoking weed has like a 45-minute duration, if you will. where an edible, significantly longer. So it depends. It's all relative. So if you start dry vaping, you save your leftovers and make canna butter with it. Toasty is being the ultimate dry herb vaporizer salesman right now. I save all the leftovers for each ounce of bud I vape, and I can make 2 decently potent cookies from them. Decently potent for me, mind you. Yeah, Toasty has to eat like 10,000 milligram edibles. No goodness. 10,000 milligram edibles would be 4 grams, 1,000. Oh, that's like 40 grams of weed. Yep. Yep. We're gonna have to like peel Toasty off of the pavement if that happens. Yeah, yes, that's actually part of the reason I want to start vaping. Aside from health reasons, get as much out of the plant as I can. Exactly. Hello, it's nice to have you here. Vegan 420. Damn it. Infamous one is May. Vegan 420, can you give me your name again, friend? Please. I recommend the Mighty, yeah. I wish I would have got that one. The Mighty is definitely the one to have. Like, that's also the one I kind of want. Damn, that's saying something. It really is. You, the Mighty? I've not heard of that one. Yeah, go look it up. Edmund, that's the one, dude. It's kind of biggish, almost awkwardly shaped, but it's so well made. It's so well made, it lasts a long time. It cleans relatively easily. It has a big battery. It has good temperature control settings. It gets a bunch of little accessories with it. It's nice. It's kind of nice. It's really cool. Freaking pay me. Pay me as well, please. Very nice and comfy. Not as hard to hit as the smaller version, the Crafty, which I had. Okay. I didn't know the Crafty would be hard to hit, actually, vegan. Thank you for letting us know that. Very cool. I'll look into it. I've heard of the Crafty before. I agree, all interesting people are a little loopy, right? Sometimes the real mixed savage, sometimes that can be very much the case. And I don't mind being a little bit loopy. I'm okay with it as well. It's a part of who I am. It's a part of the experience that I live as. Joe Rogan is off the rails now. He's doing some anti-vax shit and it's very silly. That's very unfortunate, Dan. I'm so sorry to hear that. Fortunately, I don't pay that much attention, so it's just not a part of my psyche. What's triggering about Spotify, genuinely curious. The need for more than one application, and like there was one moment where me and my friends were listening to his playlist on Spotify, and we were listening to his playlist on Spotify, and there was this ad interruption. And this was while I was experiencing a psychedelic experience. And the ad was so abrasive in the way that it was advertising Spotify Premium. And it was like, oh, wouldn't it be great if you didn't have this ad? It was like mocking the fact that we didn't have Spotify Premium. Vessel! Oh! Vessel! 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 Jeez, I'm obsessively. I can't myself do what don't me. I can't hear myself think, is my exact words. And we're almost finished as well, so like I literally felt like my processing power gets dropped by like 90% when I have to talk through something like that. So it was like they were mocking us, for not having Spotify Premium, and for me to now pay for something just for like one podcast is not accessible, so I don't want to deal with the ads. And I have like YouTube Music, so I already have a music player with all of my safe stuff as well. So I'm not that against it. It's just for that reason, dude. There has to be a distinction between interesting loopy and ignoring facts loopy. That is also true. That is also very true, vegan. I don't try to do that, fortunately, my friend. The first time watching you here seen it in passing and never watched. I really enjoy the vibe, man. You do you. If you want to smoke, you smoke, my dude. Thank you, the real McSavage. I appreciate your approval, your encouragement, your love. Genuinely, thank you. Whoa, that was a good Batman impression. I'm happy you think so, Toasty. Oh, I love you so much, man. You're too good for me, friends. Thank you. Meldman, Vigilance of the Light. I vape and cut down on my amount of smoking. That's also the other thing, actually. Thank you for saying that, Cat Crave. Like, when you're vaping, technically, you're being more efficient with your actual use because you're only getting, like, I think something like 10 to 12% efficiency with what's it called? Combustion. Where with vaping, technically it basically raises the temperature to the point where THC evaporates and then it keeps it at that temperature. So you get to suck all of the THC off of the plant without having to actually burn it, and in doing so destroying THC molecules. I think I'll try 500 milligrams soon. I think that's the max I can buy. 500 milligrams is a lot. That's like 2 grams worth of weeds edible. So it's like smoking a 2-gram joint like once, and then having all of that turned into delta hydroxy 11 THC in your stomach or your liver technically. I think it's gonna be a vibe, Toast. You should let me know what it's like. Still get the benefits of it. Yeah, you're right, Cat Crave. My name is Tamar, which actually means date. The fruit, Tamar. Thank you. And what's your native language? I'm curious, actually, Vegan. Thank you for letting me know again. I'm Tamar. Vegan. Trying to cement it. I know the ad. It actually was the reason I deleted it. The honking horns and car noises. I know the ad. Actually, the reason I deleted it. Oh yeah, that's the one. You know the one I'm talking about, Jovan. It made me viscerally angry. Like I was actually like fuming a little bit because I was like, it was a little bit weird because this was on the 15th of May and me and my friends took some psychedelics, some mushrooms, and then we were listening to this music and that ad comes up and obviously time gets dilated. It feels so visceral and it made me so angry that this person was like, it felt like Spotify was just like giving me the finger. I was like, dude, I'm trying to have a good time. And you're just giving me the finger in the middle of the situation. I was so angry. And then I talking to my friend. I'm like, dude. And the thing is as well, it's not like he's broke. He's an actual programmer. He has money. I'm like, dude, why don't you just like pay, like in South Africa, it's $60, like 60 Rand, which is like $5. Why don't you just pay $5 a month, dude? Why? And I'm like, you know what? And I asked him that, and I was like, you know what, dude? It's your experience. It's what you choose to do. I completely respect and love you. I don't want you. Like, I felt like I was actually suffering. I was like, this is suffering. Why? Why are you allowing yourself to suffer, my beloved friend? Please stop. Stop making yourself suffer. Oh man, it was a weird feeling. I got so into it. Yo, what the fuck? That's gross. I've never paid for Spotify, so I guess I've never experienced that. I don't know why it was like that. I hope you never experienced that one. It's like a 40 or 45-second ad where they're just going for it. Amongst other things, like it kept randomly playing music. That also will trigger me. Like Reddit has been doing that for me, where if I'm scrolling through, like it will just kind of play the RPAN sounds, over my feed. I'm like, this is not what I want. I got pressured into YouTube Premium. The ads grinded me down. Like, I would say that I got pressured into YouTube Premium more because I had a friend who had YouTube Premium. And for me, the logic is I do spend a fair bit of time watching YouTube videos. There's so much educational content that I love, pursuing. And then there are these double ads potentially in front of them, taking between 15 and 20 seconds of my time every single time. So I was like, you know what? It makes sense for me to pay X amount of money to not have that happen to me, because X amount of money isn't going to be worth more than my quality of life in the moments that I'm, having to deal with those ads or not. And On top of that, it has the added benefit of also giving you a music player. It gives you Spotify, basically as an add-on. So you have Spotify and you have no ads on your YouTube videos, and you can like open podcasts or people's lectures on your YouTube, and you lock your phone and put your phone in your pocket and listen to it. I mean, I don't want to be a shill for YouTube, but if there's any premium feature that I would pay for, it would be YouTube. That's the only one that I think I use actually. To the extent that I get pissed off if I can't use it to the full extent. Sorry, coming in towards the end. Your hair today is frizzy to the max. Looks like a cloud over your dome. Yeah, it does actually. You're right, Charles. The wind has been like just brutal. So thank you. Thank you for noticing. I love you, Charles. And don't have to worry about being late. You're here now in this moment. Thank you, brother, for teasing. Pun intended. Winner, you made it! Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling! Toasty, we are officially at the end of the chat box. Can you dance for us? Good vibes when you see you dance. Sure enough, Juggernaut. Sure enough, I will dance a little bit for you. Like the person who finishes the marathon hours later. Yeah, it feels like that. It's like there's like one or two people, you know, just like my family members, that were actually waiting for me to see if I actually finished the race, and they're like, "Yay! You did it! You actually finished the race!" Now I want to dance a little bit for you. Am I gonna make a beat for myself? I will, just because you asked me to, just because you said it makes you happy. Good vibes. Good vibes makes you happy. I think it can be to say the same. Uh, Now I feel self-conscious. What am I dancing to? Okay, let's think of a beat. It's like a. There you go, Fred. Dance has been done. I honor you and thank you for honoring me, friends. Oh, boots nu to boots the beat. Thank you for giving me a beat. I appreciate it, Thursday. I felt it, dude. I genuinely did. Holla, bro. Holla to you. I'll be here again tomorrow, friends. Mush fam. Clip clapping. It's Hebrew, which also means the R in my name is pronounced further back in the throat, but that was a great pronunciation already. Tamar, Tamar, Tamar. Better? Hey, get it? I needed this. Love to you, friends. Genuinely, I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing the space with me. It means more than I can say sometimes. I love you. I'll see you again tomorrow, everyone. Goodbye.